What's going on, guys? Welcome to Thirsty TV, where we're pouring out all things pop culture. My name is Zach, and today we're going to review Ant-Man and the Wasp. The sequel to Ant-Man buzzed into theaters on July 6th, and let me tell you, it was well worth the wait. Marvel Studios first released the Ant-Man movie in 2015, and Ant-Man had an appearance in the 2016 film Captain America Civil War. Although conspicuously absent from Avengers Infinity War, Ant-Man is now back. Not only does he return, but now he has a partner in the form of the Wasp. All reprising their original roles are Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, Michael Douglas as Hank, and Evangeline Lilly as Hope. Newly featured characters include Hannah John Kamen as Ghost, Walter Goggins as Sonny Burch, and Michelle Pfeiffer as the original Wasp. Also, a quick word of warning, major spoilers ahead, and I do mean major, not minor. We're not talking about small stuff here, guys. Major spoilers. So, if you haven't seen this movie, the beginning of the film starts with a flashback to when Hank and his wife Janet both had to don the suits of Ant-Man and the Wasp, respectively, to stop a nuclear warhead. To disarm the explosive, one of them has to shrink into quantum particle size. That person ends up being Janet, who is trapped into that quantum realm and is presumed lost forever. Flash forward to present day, picking up a couple years after the end of Civil War, where we see Scott Lang, or Ant-Man, under house arrest for his involvement with the Avengers in Germany. He's finishing up his sentence, and as a part of the Sokovia Accords, Scott is able to fulfill his incarceration in his own home rather than a German prison. Because he used the Ant-Man suit to help the Avengers, he's had a huge falling out with Hank and Hope. So when the movie starts off, they haven't talked in years. Then one day, just relaxing in his tub, as one does, Scott thinks that he has a weird, vivid dream. But in reality, it's just Janet reaching out to him from the quantum realm. It seems that when Scott entered the quantum realm in the previous movie, he encountered Janet, and she placed what can only be termed as an antenna in Scott's head. The antenna allows Janet to talk to and through Scott. When he calls Hank to tell him about the dream, he is soon whisked away by Hope, now the Wasp, to go see Hank. It is then that Scott learns that Hank and Hope are both working on a quantum tunnel so they can go get Janet back. The contact that Janet has had with Scott will serve as a signal to locate her position. However, there's one little problem. A character that Scott refers to as Ghost attempts to steal Hank's shrunken lab in an effort to also retrieve Janet. The Ghost character, also subject to a change in the quantum realm, seems to be living her life in the world of flux, both in the real world and in the quantum realm. This causes her great pain and is rapidly reducing her lifespan. When Hank enters the quantum realm to retrieve Janet, Ghost intercedes and tries to steal the energy from Janet to save her own life. Scott and Hope actually stop the Ghost, and Janet returns home safely. It's then that Janet touches Ghost and actually gives her enough of that energy to increase her lifespan, at least for a little while. The final scene of the film shows Scott going back to the quantum realm just to get his hands on a little bit of that quantum energy so that they can help Ghost in the future. When he loses contact with Hank, Janet, and Hope on the outside, the scene cuts to them being turned to ash in the world, thus aligning with the storyline and the ending of Avengers Infinity War. Although there were multiple humorous scenes with the main characters, the real humor comes within the supporting cast. From Scott's ex-con friends from which he started a business with, all the way to the smarmy crook out to get Hank's lab, executed perfectly by Walter Goggins. The entire ensemble meshed together so well that really the film was just an amazing watch. A super fun movie in all. To the fans' delight, Stan Lee makes an appearance in the movie, as he does with all of his Marvel films. His character is starting to get into his car when it is hit by a wayward disc that is thrown by the Wasp and is shrunken. He makes a comment to the effect that the 60s were great, but now he's paying for it, which of course makes the whole theater burst out into laughter. As for the Ant-Man himself, I guess we're just going to have to wait until the next Avengers movie comes out to learn about that. It has been stated that Ant-Man will be in the sequel, however we do not know to what extent. Also, speculation is that the Wasp will make an appearance, but that's yet to be confirmed. Overall, this is a great family film with a lot of humorous quip. I definitely give this film a 5 out of 5 star rating, and you know what that means. Go watch it right now. Well, that does it for our Ant-Man and the Wasp review. If you agreed with some of the things we said, be sure to let us know in the comments down below. Also, let us know what you thought about the movie. And if you haven't seen it yet, do you plan on seeing it? Thank you so much for checking out Thirsty TV, where we're pouring out all things pop culture. Be sure to subscribe if you're thirsty for more.